Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Jaret Lansford here, and we've got some things to talk about with our forecast. We've got some great short-term weather, and I don't want that to be lost. That we are looking at some fantastic weather to get outdoors today, and really the next few days are looking pretty good. But we have to give you the first alert for a busy weekend. Saturday, Sunday are both now First Alert 6 weather days as we see a system move in that's going to bring some rain and melting snow to the area, gusty winds. We've got dropping temps by Saturday evening, and we also have our first widespread hard freeze taking place. So I want to walk through all the details of that, make sure that you feel comfortable with what's going on and have the knowledge of what is happening this weekend and what you need to do out ahead of that. So let's go ahead and walk through everything that's going to be happening here, and we will take a look at just exactly what is going to be taking place. So we're going to start off here, take a look at just how nice it is out there. You can see the very nice conditions. All right, beautiful weather that we're seeing. That's going to be the case all day long. We're going to keep those sunny skies in place. We'll actually get our temperature up around 70 degrees by the time we're all said and done this evening. It's going to be some really great weather for the afternoon. In the next few days, it does get a little bit breezy, but it's still going to be pretty mild. It's going to be some enjoyable weather. Then it's Saturday and Sunday. We get that first hard freeze to take place. We get that rain-snow blend by Saturday evening and some pretty gusty winds alongside that. So we'll get into the details of that here in just a bit. Again, really nice out there right now, 54 degrees. Bit of a south breeze that's going to help to continue to warm us up for the rest of the day. And here's how it all takes place. By the time we get to about 3 o'clock, which is about when we're getting our high temperatures this time of year, we're looking at a 70-degree high this afternoon. The record's 76, by the way, so this is pretty warm weather for this time of year. Not often we get this warm, so you want to enjoy it while it's here because you know it won't last forever. I will say, though, the next few days beyond today, though it's not a 70-degree high, still looks pretty good. It gets a little breezy tomorrow morning, and it will be cooler with highs that end up in the mid to upper 50s. Looks like about 57 in the metro for our Wednesday. And then some more 50s and 60s for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Our average high is 56, so all of those temps are above average. Saturday's the day when things really start to kind of unwind on us. There's that graphic again, if you're wondering what we were looking at. This is what I wanted to show you next. These are our First Alert 6 weather day details, and it's Saturday in the evening heading into our Sunday morning when we look at our biggest impacts. We get the front coming through. It brings a burst of some rain showers, a little bit of some melting snow possible alongside that. Yeah, I know everyone just freaked out because I said snow. Melting snow. It is our first flakes of the season, but it's not going to really add up to anything that will be melting. That does come along with some gusts over 40 miles per hour for Saturday night. And then maybe the biggest impact's the first widespread hard freeze as we get well into the 20s by Sunday morning. And Monday morning we'll do the same thing as well. So that's where you want to start getting any of those pipes blown out that are sprinkler pipes, anything along those lines. That's what we could be talking about in your yards. The weekend forecast kind of deteriorates each day. Friday's not bad, 65, pretty mild, a little on the breezy end. Saturday during the day is when we'll have the changes take place. Our high will actually happen probably in the early afternoon at 58 degrees, and then we'll start to drift downward as that front moves through. We're talking evening rain and snow showers, and I will show you how that plays out here in just a bit. The wind gusts and then the first hard freeze. Only 42 for a high Sunday and windy, so it will be quite unpleasant out there, and there is a chance that temperature just continues to step down. Let me just backtrack a little bit here because we're looking a little bit too far into the system there. Okay, so here's how it takes place. We get into our afternoon, we start to get some of those rain, snow showers moving their way in, and we're likely going to see this as kind of a quick punch a couple of hour time frame where this moves through. And this has been trying to pull earlier and earlier to where it's even early evening. We're trying to pull some of this in as some rain, snow blend, maybe some quick snow showers as we get toward about 6, 7 o'clock. Again, keep in mind our ground temps are really warm at this point, so at worst we maybe get a quick dusting onto this. Most of it looks like it melts, and you see that the core of the snow, where you see those deeper blues, that's up around Sioux Falls, Sioux City, over toward Mason City, into southern Minnesota and up toward the Iowa Great Lakes. That's where you're seeing the core of that peak snow. We're getting scraped by this system, but it does mean we see the potential to get some snow showers rolling through in the evening. Then it sweeps east pretty quick, and you can see how we start to clear things out. And when we're looking at snowfall potential, there it is. We are on the very lightest end of the scale of any kind of accumulation in most of our area. That very light blue, that's the dusting that we're talking about showing up there. So higher totals north and east. If you were planning to head towards Sioux Falls or maybe up toward the Waterloo, Iowa area, that's where you would be getting some of those totals to start to get a little bit higher. And then over toward the Quad Cities and eventually over toward Chicago is where that goes. But again, maybe a dusting this weekend for Saturday evening. Just startling with it being our first flakes of the season. And then I will move myself out of the way so you can see the full graphic. This is what our lows are looking like. You can see the next several days aren't really too much of a concern. We're talking 40s, maybe upper 30s for Thursday morning. But check out the weekend. That really stands out there as we bring that colder air in right there. Mid-20s, that's a hard freeze. So this would be the first one of those that we have. If you happen to have any plants that still are outdoors, you're going to want to make sure those are inside. And then any above ground pipes or anything along those lines is the kind of thing that you're going to want to take care of with this Sunday morning and Monday morning time frame with those mid-20s. So here's the 10-day forecast, and you will notice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all very mild temperatures. It just gets a little bit breezy. That wind will kind of change direction each day. Wednesday, the breezy part is in the morning. Gusts up around 25, 30 miles per hour out of the north to northwest. Thursday, it's a south wind that gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Friday, it is a northwest wind out of the northwest at gusting up to 25 miles per hour. Then it's Saturday where things start to deteriorate. We get that kind of early afternoon high in the upper 50s. Things quickly start to get cooler. We bring in those snow showers, rain and snow showers into the area. For what it's worth, if you're wondering, this would melt and then the wind picks up. That should dry us out pretty quick, so not anticipating any kind of issues with that freezing out of this. It's just the fact that we're seeing flakes and then we get colder. So gusts up around 40 miles per hour for our Saturday night. Down into the 20s, it will be chilly as we're starting off Sunday. I know there is Lincoln has the marathon happening this weekend that some people might be going to. You're talking temps that are maybe around 30 degrees as that's getting underway Sunday morning in Lincoln, and windy. So plan accordingly to that if you're planning to go to the Good Life Half-C there. Sunday, 42 for a peak temperature, windy, quite chilly, back into the mid-20s for Sunday night. And then as we get into next week, a pretty quick recovery. You can see even by Veterans Day, we're into the mid-50s. We'll have wind picking up that will be out of the south to southwest, and that will lift us back into the discussion for some days into the 60s by the end of next week. So this is a short-term problem, or a short-lived problem, I should say. Our short-term weather looks fantastic with that high near 70 today. Once we get to the weekend, we have those few days where we see the issues with the gusty winds, the much colder temps, the rain, snow showers, and especially the hard freeze is the concern there as we get into a Saturday night and Sunday night. So again, make your preparations out ahead of that. We'll be continuing to first alert you to any changes and adjustments that are done to the forecast. And you'll want to tune in here coming up at the top of the hour to First Alert 6. Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord will be giving you the updated details on what to expect out of this system and anything else with the forecast that you need to know about. So just wanted to give you that first alert and encourage you to get outside and enjoy the nice mild weather that we have out there, as it may be a little short-lived.